Hello and welcome.
Hello, Internet.
Today we saw The Wars of the Civils.
Yes.
And otherwise known as...
Batman v Superman.
But better.
Yeah.
Now, do you want me to play this game?
Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry, I'm just so used to, like...
being the one who's...
Give me that fucking controller. Ooh, Spider-Man font.
We figured last time around I talked a lot, okay, we got to come up with a name.
Yeah, I've actually never played this game. You know, it's really funny. God damn it, I keep saying that every time we do this thing.
It's really fun.
It's really funny that when I was growing up, I had the first Spider-Man game and the third Spider-Man game, and those both sucked. But I heard this game is amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
I've never played it. I've seen, like, advertisements. I remember seeing an ad for it, like, on the back of a fucking, like, Cheez-Its box, but I was like, the first
I like
game
her name,
sucked.
by the way.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the most mature people on the internet.
Well, you know what? It works for Civil War, because there is a particular 16-year-old in this movie.
Yes.
Which is why we're playing this game.
Because it's appropriate.
Hashtag man-spider.
Hashtag spiderling.
I'm gonna go with easy swinging, because we're talking, and fuck if I know what's going on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how long has it been since you played this game?
Last time I played this game was... I'd say, like...
Should I turn up the volume?
2011?
Do we care much for the story of this game?
No, but the music's kind of nice.
Why does, like, everything just sound like Star Wars now? Is it just me, or,
well,
like...
this was, I think this was... Oh, I don't know. Was it Danny Elfman? It's a really good music score, though.
I can look that up.
This is what I think of every time I hear Spider-Man.
Kirsten Dunst.
They got all the voice actors for this.
Oh, cool.
And also, my fave, Bruce Campbell, is the narrator, and he tells you what to do.
Isn't he the dude who, like, does cameos and stuff?
Yeah, he was in, you probably know him from Burn Notice.
I've never seen Burn
Oh,
Notice.
okay. I just
So,
figured you
Tobey
seemed like
Maguire, let's see,
Yeah.
music.
Points meets girl. Alright, whatever.
Alright. You know what's
Plot.
good? You know these Spider-Man movies are good when they got Sum 41 working on a part of the soundtrack.
Alright, shh. He's gonna talk.
I wanted to look it up.
Bruce Campbell. That's him. Can we raise this up?
We're playing on my SpongeBob TV.
Already, huh? Welcome back, I guess.
Oh yeah, I remember this. He did it for he did it for Spider-Man 3.
Yes, he did.
So they dragged me back at great expense to explain what's up. First things first. You're not much of a wall crawler if you can't, stick to walls.
Alright, I know, I got it,
You
okay.
walk or run into a wall,
Alright.
hold the grab button.
I got it.
Voila.
Oh god, it's so like
It works when you
blocky.
swing and jump too.
Yeah, the resolution wasn't great, but it is a...
Yeah, Danny Elfman, you're right.
What a call.
Yeah,
Alright.
what a call.
Yeah, I know. Just...
I love how you stopped me to, like, listen to the narration only to, like, ignore it right afterwards.
You don't actually jump until you...
I don't question things.
I'm on the top of the building
I
already.
let Joe go off and do his own thing. It's fine.
Alright, so
So that's
Civil
for the
War
movie.
is the important bit.
Yeah, I would say...
We can lower him.
Yeah.
So that
we can lower
actually
Bruce
talk.
Campbell. We're better than Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, I got it.
I would say it is definitely... The hype is definitely deserving and worth it. It is definitely one of the, like, best superhero movies out there, I would say. Definitely. Of all time, I would say that.
Yeah.
You know, as much as, like, it's that kind of thing where even though you might want to, like, nitpick or something, you really just enjoy the movie just from beginning to end. Yeah, there's a lot of setup, but the setup provides for a lot of good moments. I think this is to me what Age of Ultron was supposed to be, but wasn't.
Yeah.
I think that
I already hear you, asshole.
I'm waiting for you. Well, I always hate those games where it's like you have to stand in that one very specific spot in order to like progress.
Well, I also have to wait till he's done with his freaking narration.
Yeah.
He wants me to jump off the building now.
Lol. What? All I gotta do is just kill yourself. What I loved about this movie is that it took itself seriously enough in its own world, but it wasn't like brooding and just dark for the sake of it.
I think it was definitely a comeback from Batman v Superman.
Oh yeah, no,
it was like
it's a huge fuck you.
Good mix. Yeah, it was definitely an FU.
But what I loved especially is that the humor, they didn't like try to ride on it as much with Age of Ultron. They just sort of had their brief little moments of comedy and then they stopped it, or when it was really good, they'd really, you know, it just
delve into it.
It felt right.
Yeah.
You know?
They never took it too far.
Yep.
I'll check up on you later.
Okay, sounds good.
Area unavailable, man. In other words, invisible wall.
Go.
He's so tiny. Oh right, in this game you can't do it just like in the air. It has to like connect to. Like,
what was amazing about this was it has to connect to the buildings, but B, you can hit the ground. Like in Spider-Man 1, you couldn't touch the ground, and now you can interact with all these people.
Oh yeah.
And like,
I remember. Oh my god, you're right. That game was actually really hard.
Yeah. Because you fucking couldn't drop, like, past a certain level.
Yeah.
Because if you did, you were just like, oh,
you were
shit.
dead.
Where am I going again?
I have no idea. I've been thinking, man.
I'm supposed to...
I'm too busy playing with my stuff of plushes.
Yes. Oh, well, okay, so I think this is an interesting introduction. So, somebody's robbing an arcade.
That was some great voice acting. Stop, thief! And the robbers are driving, and I'm just gonna keep talking to...
I gotta catch these motherfuckers. Yeah, I know. Just fucking relax.
Today was Stuff a Plush Day,
yes.
And I grabbed a couple, and Joe had this wonderful idea when I got my first one before. Basically, my rhinoceros. Am I allowed to swear a little bit?
Yes.
She looks like one of those fucking like fat high school sluts that thinks it's like all about them. You know, the really arrogant ones. You can bleep that out later. It's fine.
If it's too.
Yeah, it's like I get like a fucking complaint on YouTube. It's like, what would you mean by fucking high school?
Honestly, okay. So like, you know how. I'm gonna paint a picture for our viewers.
For our viewers today.
She looks like, imagine Jessica Simpson with like her flannel shirt all tied together and all that shit.
Except it's not attractive.
To accentuate the boobs.
About justice. And then I got a black bear that I named Cornelia. So yeah, the rhino's named Veronica.
Yeah.
And I have an elephant named Juanita.
They're probably the most offensive animals you could have.
Do I care? Nope.
But also, so we went into Civil War kind of looking like Captain America and Bucky, not intentional. You intentionally put on your Captain America shirt.
I knew that. Oh, the game. God damn it! I was worried the game would froze. The game froze again.
Nah, I just gotta get this guy.
Yeah,
he wants me to do a specific.
When I saw Winter Soldier, I obviously fucking loved it, and I got a shirt. You know, I became one of those mainstream people that got a friggin' faded Captain America shirt. But it wasn't at Target; it was at Walmart. So
it's better.
Yeah, so it's maybe a little bit better, or a little
cheaper,
or a little bit worse, depending on your point of view.
I gotta bring this purse back, I think, or no, the money back to the people.
So yeah, when I went to go see Age of Ultron, I was so mad and disappointed that I took it off and wore a Green Lantern shirt. And now you know that that's pretty... I mean, the hype for me for Age of Ultron was just way... It was way too high. That was my own fault. But, yeah, when today happened, I looked at my shirt and I was just like, you better not fucking disappoint or I swear to God I'm burning this thing.
Yeah.
And you, with your unkempt hair and your black shirt...
Yeah, I have very long hair right now, which is sort of reflected in our avatars that come up at the beginning of the screen.
Yeah.
But it's not long enough. Like, my hair is much longer than that. It's to my shoulders, and it's parted in the middle. And I have a black shirt on, and I have scruff on my face.
We just need to cut off his arm and give him a robot arm.
Yeah. Well, now I could just have a cut-off arm. Spoilers.
Yeah.
But, so, I think we're just going to dive right into it. There's not going to be any non-spoiler stuff here.
Yeah, we're going to try to avoid that. Well, I was going to say something funny. It was also, the dude next to me, sitting next to me, had an Iron Man shirt on, and you were just like, dude, you guys should fight. And I'm like, he was just...
Fight over me.
Did you, notice how much he was just sighing? Or I was, worried that, my presence was, annoying him.
I thought he was going to be really into it, and then, he sort of was into it, but not really.
Yeah.
It was almost like he was too much of a fan to really be into it.
Yeah. Also, we were both like fucking holding in our pee for so long. It's a long movie. It's 2.5 hours.
So my pee story is while this cutscene goes. My pee story is that I felt the tingling, in the bladder section right before.
Please go on in more detail about your penis.
My spider tingles.
Yeah, I think our fans really want to know.
Okay. Well, but. I felt like I was gonna have to go like halfway through the movie, and then like.
I'm just gonna turn this down.
Yeah, I definitely like had to go at some point.
Uh-huh.
But I got so engrossed in the movie that I forgot I had to go to the bathroom until the credits hit, and I was like, "Oh shit, I have to piss my brains out."
I was the opposite, where it was like, I'm enjoying the movie, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta fucking pee. And I was like, no, hold it in, and I'm fucking, like, twitching, moving around, trying to make myself feel more comfortable, and you just get that urge to just fucking go, and I was just like, stop, come on. And towards the end of the movie, I'm like, okay, I don't feel like going anymore.
Well, okay, so, like, my thing is, and this is a small thing, but like
I like the accuracy to the screen actors, by the way.
Yeah,
continue.
We love to nitpick, and so I'll just go with it. Like, I really enjoyed how they, because the Russo brothers know the Screen Junkies people. They went in, and they tried to apparently honest trailer proof and CinemaSins proof their movie.
Oh, yeah,
And like what they did was they how Jeremy always says, Queens what? Brooklyn, like, we need to know what's in New York.
Right.
Like he always says that in his Sins, and this time it just said Queens. It just said Brooklyn. It just said, Rwanda or whatever.
Or I think the funniest one was when because CinemaSins always fucking picks on Winter Soldier when they're like, aim for the legs or whatever, and then Spider-Man's just like, talking to Captain America, and Cap's like, what else did he tell you? He's like, oh yeah, he told me to aim for the legs.
Well, because that was a nitpick, but I'm, by the way, this is like total Spider-Man and total us right now. Because he's trying to get to college class.
Yeah.
That was the one thing I never really liked about the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies was he was like a 30-year-old.
Yeah, and looked like a 30-year-old.
But I liked Tobey Maguire, even though he cried a lot. Like, I don't know.
Nostalgia Critic likes to always be like, "Wah, Uncle Ben!" Like, his argument for like everything. It's like, dude, I get it. Wah, Uncle Ben. Can you give me more examples, please?
To be fair, though, I really liked this Peter Parker. I don't remember his name.
This Peter Porker.
Which is probably a good thing. Like, I don't remember the actor's name. I remember him as Spider-Man.
Can you just go up the wall again? I want to provide a voice for this.
But yeah, no, I really liked, and I don't know. As a guy who like has glasses and all that stuff, like I really enjoyed the fact that Queens was big as the fucking screen. Like, it didn't... I mean, the subtitles for, like, the Russian were a little tiny, but, like... or the Sokovian.
Yeah.
It's pretty much Russian.
Yeah. And, like, they should just say Russia, but they're not going to. I mean, some of the bigger fonts where it's like, okay, we're in London, it like covers the whole screen. I'm like, okay, that's a little excessive, but fine. Like these are like very minor nitpicks.
I appreciated that it wasn't just in the bottom corner.
Yeah, because they tend to do that a lot. But I honestly like what works so well about this movie is that we really feel like we get to know these characters and understand them on a human level.
Yeah.
And it's just. It's not that we didn't get that in the other movies, but in Winter Soldier, we were just getting a taste of that, I guess. But in this one, it just really... I hate using the word relatable, but it makes every character relatable in terms of their point of view and where they see things. And it's... I really enjoy how... I'll agree with people when they say, it's hard to pick a side because there's pros and cons to both.
Yeah.
Ultimately, in the end, Captain America is the one who comes out more right, but, like, Tony Stark's intentions are good.
And, like, I kind of sat there while Tony was, like, pissed about his mom and dad.
Yeah. And that
going, like, beat the shit out of Bucky. Like,
yeah.
I feel bad for Bucky, but kick the shit out of him. Like,
yeah.
Like, get it in a few licks, because you deserve it.
Yeah, and My biggest concern about this movie was how are they going to address that issue of the parents' murder? Because I wanted it during Age of Ultron. My computer's being dumb. I wanted it in Age of Ultron, but they never addressed it. And I know there was like a lot of characters, a lot of stuff going on, but oh my god, this is being so stupid. Fuck it, doesn't matter. I wanted that to go on in Age of Ultron. But they barely addressed the Winter Soldier. It's like, oh yeah, we've been searching and we can't find him. And that was the start of them being divided, and I was like, him knowing that, or maybe getting like a reveal at the end of Age of Ultron, would have like really split them down the middle. But
they do really go into that in this movie.
Yeah, they really go, and it's well deserved, the timing of it, and it's just it's great. It's.
Why don't we go by character maybe? So let's see. I guess let's go with the people we've seen before, and then we'll get to the people who are new.
Okay.
So like, Robert Downey / Iron Man in this movie.
He was great.
He was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Charismatic, not too quippy, which was good.
Yeah, like I said, that was my biggest issue, is that he was too quippy in Age of Ultron. Ultron was too quippy, and the problem is that the circumstances weren't being taken seriously enough because the humor was diffusing the tension of it. But with this movie, he's really coming to terms with everything that's happened in the past few movies, and that's what I love about it. And
I think they really listen to their fans here.
They do.
I think
Is he stuck?
Stuck myself. Hold on.
It looks like he's slowly floating. He's floating in midair. How do they do that? Are you stuck?
Maybe. Hold on. Let me just wiggle around for a bit.
Oh, it says press start. I think it wants you to. There we go.
Oh, okay.
I've never have I seen something that just stops your character from moving until you know.
I get there's a map. I understand.
Yeah, it's like thanks.
I'll
man.
figure it out later.
At least it's more complete of a map than Sonic 06.
Yeah. But yeah. So I I thought he was good. I think I prefer Robert Downey Jr. in smaller doses.
Yeah.
And I think because it's an ensemble thing, he was better this way.
Yeah, he was a lot better this way.
Guess what I'm about to go do?
What?
Deliver some goddamn pizza.
Yeah. I'm assuming you noticed the pizza T-shirt that Spider-Man had.
Oh yeah, yep. Nods and winks all
and
over.
Definitely Civil War. I was supposed to say Winter War. Civil War is like, even though it is a Captain America movie, it is about Cap's problems. It's definitely a third Avengers movie.
Yes.
It's so a third Avengers movie.
What I definitely enjoyed was everybody gets their own arc.
Yeah.
Even Hawkeye gets his own sort of like.
Yeah.
He's taken away from his family, and that would motivate me, like any father, you know.
What was also great is
look
that
at this sunset.
Oh, look at the pretty sunset. What I also really liked is,
lady, I know you're getting robbed, but I got missions to go do.
It's like the Lego Marvel game. It's like, hey, look, sweetie, it's that superhero that you like.
Yeah.
I love how they were definitely going the path of like Daredevil in the sense where they don't need to explain the origin of everything immediately, or when they do, they make it very brief and to the point.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm glad they didn't explain Spider-Man. I'm glad that they kept Black Panther very brief because most people don't know a lot about him, but we got to know enough. We got to know what we needed to know.
And also, it was really heartbreaking. I mean, like, you know, for the other people that are in this building outside this door, I won't spoil it.
Spoil it.
You know, him over his father's body was really heartbreaking.
Oh, that was a great moment.
And, like, you know, it was almost entirely silent aside from his, like, sobs and stuff. And that was really awesome.
This movie it's a love letter to, I think, all these characters. Oh, you're delivering some goddamn pizza.
Yep, I told you.
And that's just why I really, really like this movie. You know,
They're very generous with time on this, so
yeah.
I don't think I have to worry.
Oh, you're only delivering one pizza?
I think.
How come your box is so big? It's probably the same animation.
I think I have to deliver one pizza and get back.
Okay. It's so weird. I mean, I don't mean to keep comparing to Age of Ultron, but this is what really bothered me.
I think that's honestly a good comparison to have.
Because a lot of people say this is like an apology for Age of Ultron, Civil War, and I think that's very true. Or apology for, you know what I mean. Civil War is an apology for Age of Ultron. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
So, like, I mean, Age of Ultron wasn't terrible.
It was just underwhelming.
But it definitely wasn't, yeah.
It hit the same beats of the first Avengers movie. What I was going to say is Captain America and Age of Ultron was kind of just there.
Yeah.
and he didn't contribute very much to the story. Whereas this time, not only does, a lot of things... Like, the movie doesn't so much revolve around his character, it revolves... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he is an ugly son of a bitch.
It revolves around the decisions he makes moves the plot forward. And I think I'm not sure how else to describe it, but I would definitely say that his sort of personal demons, his other things like that really moves the story forward. When you do get to you really see how flawed some of his thinking is. The big reveal when with the parents and stuff, like you realize that even though he's from the 40s and is all I'm Captain America, he's still human in a lot of different qualities. I mean, despite the fact he's a giant fucking Herculean.
I think Chris Evans does a good job. I think my guess is that they're gonna kill off Captain America in the next movie.
Probably Infinity War. I was waiting. I was like, who's gonna die? It's not.
I'm glad they didn't do it though.
Yeah,
because that would have just felt like BVS.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah, and also, all of us would have been like, okay, we know this character's gonna come back because they've made death not matter in this universe. So, because I thought they were just gonna kill Iron Man.
Bucky kicked ass in this movie.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't really like him that much in Winter Soldier. I mean, I guess because he's the villain in Winter Soldier. But like, I didn't really identify him. Yeah, and Kristen Dunst. Okay, I'm gonna. Everybody says okay. Kristen Dunst has like the little gap in her teeth. She's so unattractive.
I thought
we were very young at this time. I had a huge crush on her. I was like,
thought she was cute.
Yeah, she's from New Jersey too. Missed my chance.
It's all those New Jersey girls, man.
She's also like 10 years older than us.
Jesus. Anyway, I'm glad they didn't kill anybody off. I thought Iron Man was gonna die because of the arc reactor that Bucky was trying to go for. Yeah. Also, dude, my favorite moment for Bucky by far is when he takes the fucking motorcycle and whips it around and just starts riding it. I'm like, oh my god, that's fucking great.
I heard you like have like an audible moment there, and I honestly thought like, that was the breaking point. He laughed at this, like he's not, maybe he won't enjoy this.
Oh movie. Really?
And like, but I think that audible moment was you just like, oh damn.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Also, speaking of moments like that, when Agent 13 and Cap made out.
Yes.
There was an audible
like ooh. We were
from the adult section of the theater, not from the high school kids in the back.
Yeah, we were with a bunch of high schoolers though.
Yeah, that was really
I'm in Times Square right now.
Oh, cool.
What's amazing about this game is it is while the buildings look absolutely dreadful, it is almost a perfect depiction of New York. Like, you have Times Square, you have Central Park, you can go everywhere. One of my biggest goals was taking a construction worker, because there's sort of these side quests, and taking a construction worker to the top of the Empire State Building, and then jumping off of them. I've done it before. It is hard, but
I would like to see that.
Let's see if I go around and do these mini missions, I might be able to find one, because there's only like 5 of them. Sometimes a pedestrian sells you out to a bunch of thugs.
It's the spider vigilante.
So, yep, we got it. We got the right one. Oh no, it's a shootout. Okay.
I love how the bullets are just like so huge.
Yeah,
it's like Shadow the Hedgehog. Don't move.
I think it's so you can
will shoot.
I think it's so like for kids they can see it. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you're also supposed to be able to time it out so that you can like dodge the bullets.
Yeah.
The hell's it? Oh, there it is.
It's so. What was it? A lot of people complained about Baron Zemo. And I think he was fine for what he needed to do.
I think he was better than Ultron.
He was better than Ultron.
He was an earnest villain. He didn't make quips or anything.
Yeah, what I liked about this character is that he knew that he wasn't able to actually face
this. This is another reason why he's an FU.
He's a better Lex Luthor.
Yes, exactly.
Better Lex Luthor.
He's smarter than everyone on the Avengers.
Right.
Has no powers and is able to outsmart them. That's incredible.
It's great. No, it's really... It was. I loved it. I think people were just like, oh, if you like cut him out, it wouldn't have mattered as much. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he's like essential to them
to causing the plot. And for comic books, like you have to have. Just banging on the
You're
roof.
making so much progress, I see.
But like for comic books, you have to have like I don't know, you have to have. There's got to be a reason why these people fight.
Yeah.
That's not just them having differences. Like that was part of like what BVS tried to do. But the thing is, the character who was doing that wasn't interesting.
And also, it was so overly convoluted to the point where they could have just talked it through and it would have been fine.
And also...
Whereas, not to cut you off, but whereas, the more I think about the whole parents' death thing, Tony wasn't going to talk through that. That's a huge lie, because like they established very, very effectively in the beginning that has caused him such huge trauma in his life. Mm-hmm. And there's no way he's just going to talk through that. So anyway,
also like that, it makes sense because fucking if that happened to you, like that felt real to me. That felt like a real reaction.
Yeah.
Like a human being, especially Tony Stark, who drinks the shit out of the world.
Yeah.
Would want to beat the living crap out of somebody. Mm-hmm. And at times I was rooting for him.
We're rooting for Iron Man.
Damn it, another shootout.
Rooting for Iron Man.
Yeah, and even though I felt bad for Bucky, I was rooting for Iron Man to kick the shit out of him because I was like, get a few punches in.
I thought Winter Soldier was gonna die because
he got fucking brutalized.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how the hell does Cap and Winter Soldier survive Iron Man's like laser blasts to the chest?
Yeah, I know. I mean, like it seems like to me it felt like Iron Man was putting it on like half voltage because he didn't want to kill them.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't want to kill Cap anyway.
Yeah. Ah man, it was good. I'm going to see it again.
So Bucky was good. I fucking Black Widow kicked ass.
Black Widow was great. It was a lot of her action scenes.
You know what weirds me out about these movies though?
What's up?
Like Cap always wears the same goddamn like gray T-shirt and brown leather jacket.
Yeah, he's basic.
I'm like, dude, your wardrobe not very good.
Yeah.
Where the hell is this other quest?
So what other characters? So we established Cap. We got Iron Man. We got Winter Soldier. Black Widow.
Hawkeye was good. He kicked some ass. He was even able to go toe to toe with Black Panther, which was pretty badass. Even Vision for a little bit.
Yeah, speaking of the Vision, I really, really liked the scenes with Scarlet Witch. And
they were like really sensitive.
They're really cute.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny because the Vision was basically Dr. Manhattan and just like didn't
understand life.
Yeah, he just didn't understand. He's like, I could order a pizza.
Dude, look, I got a pocketbook.
I got the pocketbook badge. Pika pika.
And if you don't hand the pocketbook back, you can literally go the entire game with that pocketbook.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna give it back.
I was gonna say, can you like go through cutscenes as Peter Parker with the pocketbook still?
I think the pocketbook disappears in cutscenes, but I think it comes back afterwards.
That'd be so funny.
God damn it! I gotta climb this shit.
Scarlet Witch, I really enjoyed.
I'm still not crazy about the accent, but her acting was a lot better in this.
You could definitely tell she toned down the accent. I gotta say though, Crossbones was kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
They built him up a little bit, and
he did kick Cap's ass though.
Yeah, he did. Also, I was concerned that the beginning event with Scarlet Witch when she just like throws him through the building and kills it was not that many. It was like what 10.
Yeah.
It didn't kill that many. Oh my god, it was only like 10 people. Like I was worried that was going to be like the main thing that like causes the split, but no, it was really more of a long-term thing that just kind of like.
I also thought that was going to be what killed T'Challa's dad.
Oh yeah.
Like I thought they were going to cut inside, and I was kind of glad they didn't because I was expecting that, and it gave us more reason because obviously we sort of suspected that they were gonna think Bucky was involved.
Yeah.
And go after him because Cap is
scene.
Really sensitive about his boy toy.
Yeah. His motivations after a while when he's just he's my friend. It's a very sort of not pure. I'm trying to think of the right word.
Friendship.
It has good. Yeah. It's a friendship that he's really just trying to keep together as much as he can.
I absolutely adore that.
Yeah.
That.
He's willing to stay that committed.
It's also not oh, my girl is in trouble.
Yeah.
It's like.
And also he's one of the last people that's still alive from his generation that he can relate to.
Yeah.
I also gotta say, it didn't hit me when Agent Carter dies of old age. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I'm like spoiling this movie constantly.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
No one can hear me. What was I gonna say? When they just saw the little like when we saw the text message, it took me a second. I was like, wait, what? Oh my god!
And then you go to the funeral. And
stuff. That makes so much sense.
Shut up, MJ.
Shut up, MJ. So that was.
I think
really...
I'm about to see Black Cat for the first time, who is, even though she's got triangle boobs, she's pretty hot.
She's pretty hot. You can quote Joe on that.
Gotta say. Yeah, here she is.
Felicity Jones is supposed to be Black Cat. You know, if Amazing Spider-Man 2 didn't get canceled.
Yeah.
Something. Oh, that was outside.
And I also bumped.
Can I just say I love it how there's a country named Ebola.
Yeah. Some good stuff there.
Or either that, or they just saw like the crisis coming, and they were just like, "Oh, all the Ebola is like right here." I was not there during that. I was abroad at the time when the Ebola broke
Also,
broke
like,
out.
it wasn't a big deal. Like, everybody made it out to be a big deal.
Well, I was wondering because everyone made it out to be a big deal, and I wasn't in the country. I was wondering what was going on.
Like, I couldn't. I honestly like didn't care what was going on. Oh, you just realized that? You didn't hear all the bone-shattering punches?
Yeah.
Okay, so who else was in this movie?
So many
Vision,
characters.
we said, was good. What about Black Panther? Pretty dope.
Yeah.
He kicked ass.
Dude,
like,
those claws.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't get, like, enough of him.
Yeah, but
that's really did like. I did like the moment at the end with Zemo.
Yeah, I like that end too. But also, we're getting a solo movie, so this was like a very good
intro
to his character. His motivation.
Also, we don't have to get an origin story with his movie now.
Yeah, because now we can just
awesome.
Yeah, which is great.
Oh, here she is. Here she is.
Here she comes, triangle boobs.
Where is she? Come on, I know you're here.
This may not be art, but I like it.
There she is. I hear you.
How polygon like are the little finger animations? Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it would be, but that's still not like great.
It's so ridiculous.
It looks like she just like stuffed pillows there. It looks like rubber, but yeah,
she's also wearing like latex.
Basically, but yeah, I think his motivation.
Oh, I have to chase her.
Okay. His motivation.
You're gonna have to talk for a while because this is actually.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, his motivation. I felt like it's a little thin, but it made sense considering the imagery and the dead dad that we got. It's just because there was so much else going on. I felt like we kind of they had to like bring it up every now and then, like, oh yeah, his dad's died, and he's like trying to he's
pissed about it.
Yeah, he's still mad. But yeah, Black Panther was great because they really just. I'm also.
Ant-Man was fantastic.
Oh, dude,
he was like the best.
I think my.
Well, that and Spiderman, I suppose.
Yeah. My cousin who is not a fan of
Paul Rudd.
Yeah, or no, not the actor, just the idea of an Ant-Man movie. I don't want to say he'll eat crow, but
he might.
But yeah, Ant-Man is really good in this.
And Giant Man was really cool.
Yeah.
They actually DC actually beat them to that though. In Legends of Tomorrow, the Atom went huge before this came out. Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, that DC actually won on something.
Yeah, I guess. But unfortunately, if we're comparing the movies, and they didn't win on anything.
No. But, actually, surprisingly, the effect in Legends of Tomorrow... I mean, they hide it in the fact that it's night in Legends of Tomorrow. It looks pretty good, though. But this looks amazing. It's in the bright of day and everything. And he is really funny and fits so well, which I didn't... I was kind of worried about when I saw Ant-Man. I liked Ant-Man, but, like, it didn't feel like it fit to me.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed by it. I mean, I'm not sure if my cousin saw it, but he was just like, yeah, dude, it's Ant-Man. Like, it's so obscure.
Why does Ant-Man have a movie?
Yeah,
I'm so bad at this right now.
Yeah, it's all good, man. And I saw it, and it was okay. It was very, like, by the numbers, It was kind of like a rip-off of the first Iron Man in a lot of ways.
Yeah, kind of.
But
like all of his lines fit really well and everything.
Oh yeah, it was great. I loved it. So, Who else? I mean, we haven't really talked much about Spider-Man, so let's
let's just get to it.
might as well.
It was
run
awesome.
again. Oh, I could hear audible laughter and happiness. From you.
Felt like I finally saw the Spider-Man that I've been reading for so long, like, and it was like it was a proper mixture of like all the Spider-Mans almost.
Yeah.
Well, except for the one who kills Mary Jane with his radioactive semen, but that's besides the point.
And the clone arc too.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I mean, I told you, I said this in the theater. He reminds me a lot of when I think of Tom Holland now, I kind of see like this live action Drake Bell in a lot of ways because he kind of looks like him a little bit, and I can see why the casting people are like, okay, he's a good choice. His acting wasn't like amazing in the beginning. It got a lot better when he had to be really awkward and.
I really enjoyed the scene with Peter Parker and Tony Stark. Gotta
Really?
say, yeah, no, I really.
I enjoyed a lot of Tony Stark's jokes. I guess my moment that I really started loving. I mean,
this is a really awkward.
Really awkward pose. Because even though I really loved the, like, hi there, hi everyone.
Yeah.
When he's with the Falcon and he's just like, you have the right to remain silent.
That was amazing.
That I was like, okay, now I'm really invested.
He acted. He is a 16-year-old. It works.
Yeah.
It works. More than like any of the. I mean, I liked Tobey Maguire more than Andrew Garfield because I wanted to punch Andrew Garfield in the face.
I didn't like Andrew Garfield.
He was too pretty. He didn't come across as like the outcast, which Peter Parker has always been.
Right.
But Tom Holland seemed like the right mixture. I also I was really impressed that they added that scene where Tony Stark's at MIT, and he's funding all these projects. Ooh, candy.
Piece candy.
He's funding all those projects. That was really great. And then the moment with that mom.
The hologram thing. When you see a younger Tony Stark.
No, the hologram was amazing. I can't believe the technology's come that far.
Well, I think it's great. I mean, it looked a little weird at first, but I'm glad that they made fun of it and just called it barf. And I was like, so now you kind of they sort of acknowledge that it's not perfect, but
they're getting there.
Yeah.
Look, I'm Peter Parker in the bathroom. Gonna use a urinal.
What moment were you talking about?
When that mom comes up to him right after that presentation.
Oh yes.
It was my God. It's such a heartfelt.
That was a great moment.
Heartbreaking moment in this movie that's about.
But
superheroes.
You know what's also great about it is that was definitely paying homage to the Civil War comic. Like it might not have been like point for point, but that was very, very.
She is
smart.
also a hottie. Right here.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the black.
In the movie.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the black mom.
Yes, yes. I mean, I wasn't addressing her race. No, but
okay. Well,
in the movies, this secretary.
Wow, I love this article right here on the left where I can read
it's
it all.
J.K. Simmons.
That's not
No,
J.K. Simmons.
No. The one actor they didn't get is actually a voice actor.
Yeah, that's so funny. Oh God, he looks terrible.
Yeah, their people aren't very good in this.
Not my shoes.
Ugh.
Just thought I'd like to address
Play-Doh
that.
Man.
Why does he look like Harry Potter? He's got like a weird the hair.
The hair
It looks like a scar.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you're a shitty reporter. What can I say?
Maybe you should start doing your job.
But yeah, it made me super excited for the Spider-Man movie. And I don't know, I loved it. I loved the fact that they decided, okay, we're going to make Tony Stark the one who gives him his suit.
Right.
Because prior to that, he's wearing like skiing goggles.
Yeah,
like
he's wearing like a really lame outfit.
Ski mask. Like a shitty long sleeve shirt, and like the only good part about his costume is his webbing.
Yeah, his webbing.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he has the spider watch at the end is amazing.
Yeah.
I
didn't totally understand that. So like the spider watch is something in the comic,
yes.
right? Okay.
Yes. Going back to being Spider-Man, getting out of this puffy jacket, puffy '90s jacket. This was also, I mean, I liked the Sam Raimi Spider-Man costume. I love. I love the raised webbing, all of that stuff. when I've seen people cosplay as it, it's really impractical and really expensive to make.
Yeah.
And the webbing eventually breaks off. But then I also like the Amazing Spider-Man costume.
The one from Spider-Man 2, not Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2. The first one looked horrendous. Looked like basketball head syndrome.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
But the Amazing Spider-Man 2 I liked because it was very Ultimate Spider-Man. This costume though works in this universe.
I'm still like, so that's. Are you sure that's not CGI? That's like a real.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a real costume. I mean, the eyes are CGI.
There's
obviously.
something about like the texture that just like looks a little
weird.
too shiny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's such an.
But it also like, I think this is the first version of his costume. You know, because this is like a costume that was thrown together for him.
Yeah, I would say this is the best Spider-Man I've seen.
Yeah,
right next to. Again, this is a weird choice. Well, I didn't say it's a weird choice before, but I'm getting technical. I really like Josh Keaton.
Yes,
and Spectacular Spider-Man because
his voice work is amazing.
Because people will always ask me like, oh, who's your favorite Batman or Joker, and I'll always refer to the voice actors instead, like Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill. To me, I think Josh Keaton is Spider-Man, but now live action, it totally works to Tom Holland. I think it's so.
I you know, okay, one little nitpick about Peter Parker. I didn't like the modern haircut.
Oh,
it wasn't dweeby enough for me.
I mean,
but like that's such a small thing.
Yeah, I could get over that.
Yeah.
And plus, he might have a different look in the next movie.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. I kind of felt like they quickly picked him out for this.
Yeah.
And like they didn't have a chance to like groom his hair. They wanted.
Yeah. Could you imagine friggin' what was it, Asia Butterfield?
I can't wait to see who Gwen is. I can't wait to see who Mary Jane is.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. But like,
unfortunately,
could you imagine
I can't appropriately have a crush on them anymore, though.
Because they're too young.
They're teenagers.
But you know Ozzy Butterfield, right? From what was it? I think Hugo and Ender's Game. Could you imagine him as Spider-Man? I can't.
No. Oh, the really weird looking dude.
Yeah, the one that everyone thought he was gonna be.
Yeah, thank God it wasn't.
Yeah, I couldn't see it at all.
God damn it! Who the hell is trying to get in touch with me?
Look at you, Mr. Popular.
Oh, yeah.
You have a collect call from the Muhlenberg Mule.
From the set. See, this is the Empire State Building, by the way. Not really a great depiction, but
I'm loving those little pixels. If you zoom in a little bit on the little wires and stuff.
Yeah, no, it looks amazing. But I mean, this was incredible for the time. So this is when you have a construction worker on your shoulder, the only way you can get up here is by webs. And so you have to like circle the whole thing and like jump and then do it again and jump and do it again. And what you have to do at the very end is jump and land on this little pin. And so that's what's up here. Now it's almost impossible because you can't wall crawl with a person on your shoulder. But I've done it. I have a picture on my phone. Maybe I'll throw it up.
Yeah, throw it up there.
So I just did it. I recreated putting Spider-Man on top of the Empire State Building with the construction worker. I couldn't find the old photo, so I recreated it. So here's the footage. There's Spider-Man, and there's the dangly diggly. And there's the capture. And here's the controller. Trusty controller that I did it on. Alright, back to the episode. Also, piece of candy. This is also the most fun you can have in this game, which is just fucking jumping off of this. Holy shit!
Oh, jeez, that is a very long fall. Was that just like a cartoony splat that I just heard?
Almost. I almost died. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that was the webbing. I just thought, like...
No, that would have been funny, though.
He just becomes like a puddle of, of red and
just
blue.
Of what Batman should have become when Superman punched him for the first time in that metal suit.
Let's not forget that amazing moment when Batman just took a fucking sink and just hit him in the head with it. He should have just grabbed like a toilet and a urinal.
Can we talk about the action in this movie? Because it's incredible.
Oh,
this movie made me...
It's 10 times better than I think anything we've seen
this movie,
from like...
we just watched a trailer for the new Jason Bourne movie before this. Christian has yet to see the Bourne movies.
Yeah, I haven't seen any
but
of them.
the fighting style in these movies, the way they camera it,
It's
is Bourne.
spectacular.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like all these European films that you've seen that like really let you watch the action and the sound effects that they
And they don't just cut away to stuff.
yeah,
either.
and the sound effects they create for the like punches is so brutal.
Yeah.
Like you hear it's almost as if you hear Black Widow like brutalizing her hand against Bucky or Cap.
Right.
Like that they're just this wall of invincibility that she's trying to beat the shit out of. Which is just awesome, you know?
Right.
Where do I need to go? I think I'm going back to being Spider-Man.
What was I gonna say? Honestly, as much as I love the action in Winter Soldier, this just
Took it to a whole new
yeah,
level.
this just took it to a whole other just like precedent. It's basically like, okay, your move, DC. We've already like our movie is already better than yours.
Yeah.
And
This is, I mean, the Cap and Iron Man are such like a good replacement for Batman and Superman,
yeah.
that like this kind of almost makes up for BVS. Like I will never forgive DC now
For what they've done.
for what they've done, because this was so beautiful.
Yeah.
I think I messed up. I think
It was the directors, the Russo brothers were just, like I said, they really cared about these characters, and it shows.
Yeah.
And they're just both really smart filmmakers. They fucking know these characters, and it's not one of those movies where, because again, going back to Age of Ultron, that movie very much felt like there was like these Marvel corporate people making like a list of things that needed to happen in the movie.
Yeah.
And this movie, while yes, there were certain things that needed to happen, it felt way more natural than Age of Ultron.
There's definitely a moment as well. You know how like people said when they saw Captain America kick that guy off the boat, that's when they realized that it was a different kind of movie.
Right.
There's a moment of that in this movie where Captain America jumps over a car and double kicks a guy into a wall, where you're just like, oh fuck, this is gonna be a good movie.
Yeah.
It's so brutal and unrelenting, and it's just amazing. Like, I mean, what the fuck is going on?
I think it's a Spidey sense.
What is this? What is this? Rhino? Am I fighting Rhino right now? Yep.
That was
It's
the
Rhino.
best sound effect I've ever heard. It's like some dude, the actor just woke up and it's like, great, we're going to use that take. Wait, what? No, let's do another take. No, too late.
I have like no health fighting this guy, by the way. Oh, jeez, didn't know how to press it multiple times. Okay.
He looks like a bad Halo character.
Yeah, he
Isn't
really
the
is.
armor?
He's better than like the Amazing Spider-Man 2, though. At least he's actually a Rhino.
Jesus Christ, Amazing
What?
Spider-Man
I pressed
2.
the button.
I am Rhino!
Can I slow down time or something?
You could try, but this isn't Prince of Persia or Jack and Daxter.
No, I think the whole like blue thing is so I can
Activate
slow
your
time.
spider reflexes using the control pad.
How do I? Oh yeah, see, I told you I can slow down time.
Use the boost to get through! Oh, you're almost dead.
Yeah, I know. I'm probably gonna die in this one.
Just want to point that out.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do this mission again. Anyway,
So
no,
go see this movie.
I can't recommend it enough. Also,
See it in theaters.
Aunt May is really hot, so that's.
Oh, I thought you just said Ant-Man is really hot.
No, Aunt May is really, really attractive.
They point that out. So,
Yes, quite a bit from Robert Downey Jr. Because they're like the same age-ish.
Yeah,
Look at that split I'm doing. I am dead.
that
I am
is
very,
very
very dead.
pleasing.
Wait, hold on. No? Oh, retry mission, okay. I almost retried the whole thing. Who the hell in the world is trying to get in touch with me? Hold on, I'm very professional.
What is it? Oh, Jesus.
Just someone trying to say. I almost dropped my phone.
Yeah,
by the way.
he's that frustrated. Ladies and
Sexually
gentlemen.
frustrated. What? No. it's just
Your words, not mine. I'm glad we got that in there.
Yeah. But I there's so much in this movie, but they handle it so well.
Yeah.
Like
It doesn't
everyone has
feel
their
cluttered.
own arc. Like even Black Widow. Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's gonna.
I think we just orgasmed a little bit.
Anyway, continue. Everyone has their own arc.
Everyone has their own arc. Black Widow has their own arc. You feel for everyone in this movie. Like no one is you even feel for the villain. Like, you get why he's doing these things. You know?
It's just... I'm gonna see it again. I'm going to see it every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Show off? I'm beating the shit out of a rhino in the middle of the street. How's that showing off?
None of this shit makes sense.
Yeah, definitely a Hawkeye moment.
One of the good Hawkeye moments in Age of Ultron.
Yeah. He has good moments in this movie, too. Where
Yeah,
he's
he
just like,
does.
I shouldn't have come back for this shit.
Yeah.
It's like, I could be... And they make fun of him, like, saying, like, I thought you were retired. I thought you were playing golf or whatever.
He's just like, oh, I just do 18 holes or whatever.
Didn't I kill this dude? Come on, you're... Like,
One more, gotta get one more punching, man.
oh, God damn it.
When Spidey's head flashes, press the X
Yeah,
button.
I know! That's
Yeah.
the spider sense. That's how it works.
Well, when my head flashes, other things happen. Stuff I won't talk about in this podcast.
I love it.
That was a good timing.
The punches are more impactful.
Is he gonna, like,
I think
blow
I killed
up?
him.
How is he still... Do you have to, like, kill him in a very specific way?
Maybe, I don't know. I just tried to web him. What the
It
fuck?
looks like you're glitching through the game.
What the hell just happened?
You're like a fucking, like, tubes. Oh, what the fuck? I'm
It-
not even playing and I'm mad.
Come on. Come, bro.
Oh.
My favorite thing ever.
Oh, there you go.
There it
Ah,
is.
he's dead.
Last punch. Okay.
His titanium
But,
burrito is gone.
Oof. I think he just farted. Okay.
Oh no, the boss is gonna kill me!
Who do you think the villain's gonna be in this movie? Oh, they were talking about Vulture, but now they don't have... The rumor was...
Oh, for Spider-Man Homecoming?
Yeah.
I mean, there was that really...
I kind of want to see... Oh, what is his name?
There's a rumor
Hammerhead?
Oh, yeah, maybe. There's a really bad rumor going around that Matthew McConaughey is the Green Goblin. And I just hope that never comes true.
Look at that dummy. I can still punch him.
I can still punch you!
It's a punching bag.
I think it should be a more obscure villain.
Yeah.
I mean, Mysterio...
Hammerhead's pretty...
What about Mysterio?
Mysterio is one of my faves.
What about...
Especially because he's, like, just a normal dude.
How about Vulture? He hasn't been done.
Yeah, I just... you need the right person.
Yeah.
Because Vulture can be a little lame sometimes.
Yeah.
So...
They did him really well in Spectacular Spider-Man. In, like,
This
the
guy sold me out to thugs, by the way.
I'm sorry, Spidey! What other villains are there that haven't been used? Kraven the Hunter, we haven't seen... I don't know. Kraven the Hunter is...
I feel like that's not a good first villain, though.
Yeah, no,
Because
it's not.
Kraven, really messed... Kraven's like the bane of...
Yeah, I was actually going to compare, because they both... Their motivations are similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so you can't really use them first. You're gonna have to establish the character first.
I'd like to see... Actually, a really obvious one. Venom done right.
Yeah, but
not for the first movie.
Yeah,
but I mean, eventually, once they build them up.
I'd really like to see Venom too.
But
Or Carnage. Carnage is a fucking maniac.
Dude, if they had Carnage, they'd have to do him right. I mean, not like a... They wouldn't want to... They're not going to do an R-rated Spider-Man movie, but Carnage is, like, violent.
Very violent. And
so.
I think they could do it, like, but they, you know... You need a few movies first. You need Venom first as well to establish symbiotes and stuff.
And anti-Venom.
And also, like... I don't know. So I just to get there would be amazing.
Yeah, and I'm sure Marvel can do it.
Yeah. Oh, how? But they will.
They'll pull it off.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, they will definitely pull it off. But Mysterio or
Mysterio.
Yeah, because one of my friends actually.
Mysterio would be a great thing to do at prom too, because you could like have him like put like weird like
fog or
fog
something.
and stuff.
And it's like, oh wow, these are they really like up
Went
the
all
budget.
out,
On this prom. Well, yeah, one of my friends.
And I feel like
said that
Mysterio's the
Mysterio
best.
should be.
Mysterio's like the best. Oh, I've got a
Wow, you
actor.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna quote Game Grumps and just be like, I take orders from no one, not even my voice director or the animator when I have to move my mouth. I am Shadow.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
I think I actually saw it. I could have been. Oh no, I wasn't dreaming this. When it was Star Wars Day the other day, they had a picture of Shadow the Hedgehog with like the Death Egg that looks like the Death Star.
Wait, what?
And it said "May the 4th be with you," and it had all the chaos symbols around it. I don't know. So weird. May the 4th be with you.
I pounded on that car real good, man.
He pounds it real good.
What else is in this movie? God damn it.
Well,
It's
that's
so much.
There's so much it's hard to process. Yeah. That's why I want to see it again, because that's how they get you. That's how Disney gets you. They make it so like jam packed that you have to go back and see it.
That's what they did with
again.
The Force Awakens. Those bastards. But I just like this movie makes you feel good and makes you sad and takes you on a roller coaster.
Does it speak to your heart?
That isn't just depressing. Like,
does it speak to your heart and touch you literally?
Yeah, it touched me in the crotchal region. I'll be honest. No, I don't know. Like, it looks like a comic book. It doesn't look like BVS. It looks like a comic book. Like the airport thing was so much better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought I was like, I was honestly worried about the airport.
The airport scene, yeah, me too.
And like,
they said that was like one of the people were saying, "Oh my god, that's like such a good scene." So
yeah, but like, the fact that they're retreating and the fact that Ant-Man goes berserker and it's just wonderful. I thought that was a water truck.
Yeah,
that was just so like. There's so many like good moments in this. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is carrying a guy, but I gotta get him there in time.
I was worried that Stan Lee was like, when is his cameo gonna show up? But
the very end.
Yeah, I thought it was appropriate.
Yeah, it worked. It was so short too. How do I pick him up?
Holding Y.
Oh, okay. Gotta get him.
That was another weird sound effect. I just heard.
I webbed him right in the
crotchial region.
Yes.
Wait, is it the dude?
I really liked the full face Spider-Man, not Spider-Man, Ant-Man costume.
Oh, dude, the Ant-Man armor looks so much better than the Ant-Man movie.
Although I kind of feel bad because like Paul Rudd doesn't actually have to be in there anymore, which is, I mean, I guess that's good because like, whatchamacallit, like he could get an Iron Man thing going where he gets a lot of money, but he doesn't actually have to be in the suit.
Yeah, that's true.
Just his voiceover, but
well, because they're making an Ant-Man sequel. They're making Ant-Man and the Wasp. So. Yeah. I think it'll be
worth it.
Yeah, it'll be worth it.
I liked Ant-Man enough.
Yeah, I wasn't like I don't love Ant-Man, but I think he served his purpose in what he needed to do. He said,
especially in this, like he was great in this. Much improved. Dude, I know. I'm getting you to the hospital. Relax.
Or how about that moment, speaking of going way back, we're talking about the kissing moment with Agent 13 and Cap when they kiss, and then Bucky and...
that face is amazing.
The facial expressions they make afterwards is just so funny.
The like, bromance that happens between Cap, Bucky, and Falcon in this movie is wonderful. Like, they all just... I mean, like, Falcon kind of gets taken out of it for a bit.
Yeah.
But it is great. And, like, I don't know. I just... Like... I'm just going to pause here to go on a little rant. But, like...
Do you want me to play?
Sure.
I'll give it
A is jump. B is punch.
Oh, shit.
I got it.
I was like, oh, no.
Oh, no, you didn't. A is punch. A is jump. B is punch. R is web. Hold down A to make your jump better, and you want to jump during your swing as well, and that way you go further and faster.
How do I wall crawl?
X.
Yeah. 6.
And you can jump while you're wall crawling to go higher, faster, and stuff.
Ah.
Yeah. The green missions are side missions, and then
the purple ones are or whatever.
Yeah, the blue ones are the main missions.
Oh shit. All right, so go on your little rant.
I adore the fact that this movie, like I said before, is like about friendship. But I think, like, I don't know, like this movie, while they had conflicts, like there was amazing relationships established.
Mm-hmm.
And like this movie essentially was about the ends that somebody would go to for their best friend.
He's with them till the end of the line.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, that's really, like, and while, like, I sided with Iron Man at certain points, and, like, even didn't totally agree when Cap originally left and stuff.
Right.
Like, I don't know, that's just really awesome. And that's eventually the relationship that Batman and Superman are supposed to have. To the point...
Supposed to.
To the point that when Superman dies in the comics... It is truly tragic to Bruce Wayne. Like he, I absolutely adore the Justice League moment where they do the death of Superman.
Mm.
And Bruce Wayne, well, what happens is they don't do the exact death of Superman. They don't do Doomsday. They send Superman back in time.
Right.
And for Batman doesn't go to the funeral. He's in the Batcave trying to figure out what happened. And he won't accept the fact that Superman's dead. And then eventually can't figure it out. And so he accepts the fact... Oh, yeah, he's on that ledge.
Shit.
That one.
Shit.
Right there. He's going to fall. It's okay.
I'm trying. There's no webs.
Stick to the wall, quick.
Fuck. He's dead.
Yes.
And so am I.
The little animation of him falling is really funny. Split.
Mission failed.
It's all good.
Do I have to do it again?
No.
I
think it just goes away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fuck around.
Just swing around.
A man just like died. No
you
big
could
deal.
surf cars. That was one of my favorite things to do. Just jump on a car and let's see where it takes
I
you.
just realized that. Okay, yeah, I've never played this game before.
Mhm.
So how do I do that?
Just wait, and he'll drive away, and you'll just stay on the top of the car.
So anyway, you're talking about the
but like
death of
so
Superman.
Batman's at the grave, right? And the Superman symbol is the gravestone.
Mhm.
And he's like finally accepting that Superman's gone. And he's like, he almost says like, I can't believe you're gone, and he goes,
You were my brother, Anakin.
He's
I
like-
loved you.
he tells him that he was right, and he never says what he was right about. And then he goes to say something else, and an explosion happens behind him. And he looks back at the grave, and he goes, what did you always used to say, Clark? It never stops. And he runs away. It's just such a powerful moment. And, like, Kevin Conroy, like, acts the shit out of it, and Tim Daly is, like, a perfect Superman voice. And, like, I don't know. Like, why couldn't we have gotten that friendship before he went? And, like, there's a couple of moments where you think, oh, is Iron Man going to die in this movie? Is Cap going to die in this movie? Is there going to be an emotional, like, moment? And they could have done that, and they didn't. And that's awesome. And they feel like they didn't have to go to that point yet.
Right. Now,
And yet...
Infinity War is definitely more the appropriate time to do that.
And yet, Batman v Superman, which is the second entry into the DC cinematic universe, is like, we'll fucking kill off one of our main characters. Nobody cares about him yet, but we'll kill him off.
Yeah.
That'll make you care, right?
But
We'll play the Man of Steel
coming,
music.
But we know he's coming back for Justice League.
Great
so what's the
antidote.
point?
We walked into the movie theater early. Like an hour early, because we're assholes. And
That's
Batman
one way
v
of putting it.
Well, because we're nerds and we wanted to be there early.
Yeah, that's
That's part of the reason we both had to pee by the end.
Yeah.
But Batman v Superman was still playing, and we walked in
at the very end
when Bruce is saying to Wonder Woman,
"Can we find more like heroes like you?" Or whatever.
Or he's like, I failed him in life. I won't fail him in death. That's the line he says, which is so dumb. Which would work if they actually had any history.
Relationship, yeah.
But
Got the hang of this game.
it just that seeing the end of that movie again put this movie in such a good perspective. Like, it just made you realize why this movie worked and why this movie was important. And how much time and effort and money that they put into this movie, that they were able to balance all these characters well. Like, I'm not a big fan of Josh Whedon. Everybody knows this.
Or Josh Wiener, as you like to call him.
Yes. I think
I
that
used to
he's an overrated writer. I think that...
Oh, yeah, his writing is not good.
I think that he... Did we run out of space?
No,
okay.
My iCloud thing keeps popping up. I'm hoping that doesn't show up in... It probably will.
No, it's fine. But, like, I don't think he's a good writer, and, like, this was so well written.
It was
to the
very
point-
well written.
Like, the jokes in this... Everybody has a
natural.
different kind of comedy.
And
Vision has awkward comedy. Spider-Man
that's
has
the thing. Whereas
like,
Josh
dorky
Whedon,
comedy.
Josh Whedon's humor is just like, oh, I'm making a quip. Look how funny my writing is.
And, like, I don't know. I don't think he's a good writer. I know I'm going to get crucified on the internet for that.
I mean, dude, I hated the pilot that he wrote of Daredevil where he's like, gotta let the devil out.
Okay, so I got to ask a question. People have been, like, before this came out, people were hypothesizing, well, will Daredevil show up in this? Will Jessica Jones show up? Would that have ruined it for you?
That would have been too much. it would have been too. I mean, it would have been really cool. But the thing is, there's already enough going on in this movie as is. It's so loaded with stuff. I think it'd be appropriate for Infinity War. I just don't think it would be.
Would it be interesting? It had Ross, Secretary Ross, had mentioned Hell's Kitchen. That would have been interesting.
That would have been a nice nod.
Yeah, because I feel like.
Is that what you think?
I think that would have been good enough. Yeah, I don't think we should have seen him yet, or maybe even what would have been really cool is like security cam from the first season where he takes out those people at the docks.
Yeah.
Just from a high angle and see some kung fu shit.
Right.
And just he pops out of the shadows, grabs a guy, pulls him back into the shadows. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Or even
And also, I don't like Jessica
towards,
Jones either, so we can go on her.
A nod towards Daredevil season 2, where you see the Punisher tear through a bunch of people with a minigun. That would have been interesting.
I'm the Punisher.
But I get why they're keeping it separate, because the TV shows are so violent.
I hear the way I see it. Once they have the Defenders. With Iron Fist and Luke Cage, once they have all those series sort of put together, I think they're gonna put them in the movies.
Maybe.
I think that would be appropriate. Also, Infinity War, dude. I mean, I'm confident that the Russo brothers can handle it, considering they proved it with Civil War. Yeah. But Infinity War is gonna be huge. Yeah. Oh man, there's over 60-something characters,
and that's why it's part 1 and 2.
Yeah.
This is not gonna be a part 1 and 2 like Harry Potter part 1 and 2, Deathly Hallows part 1 and 2, where the first one had none of the action and the second one had all the action.
Right.
I think part 1 and 2 is going to be a good balance, because this movie does a really amazing job of balancing emotional, well-written dialogue scenes. Like the scene with Vision and Scarlet Witch is amazing. He's making food. He's like, I've never eaten food before. Yeah. It's adorable.
Right.
Adorkable, if you will.
Also, apparently they're changing the name. Infinity War, they're going to change the title.
To what?
We're not sure yet. They just said that the name of Infinity War is very misleading.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
Also, you know what I'm really glad about too? I forgot to mention this. Someone told me that Civil War is gonna be a real setup to Infinity War. They didn't really focus on any of that.
No, I didn't see any
which I'm glad of, because they were already trying too hard of Age of Ultron, and
you know what this movie does as well? It doesn't try to resolve itself immediately.
Right.
You're sort of left on the cliffhanger of will Tony ever forgive him?
Right.
He looks sort of emotionally charged when he reads Cap's letter at the end, but you don't really know, and that's really compelling, I think, to me. I think life is a never-ending story, and so it is really interesting that they don't try to resolve that, because Marvel movies tend to try to resolve everything like that.
Right. I just killed myself.
Speaking of story arcs for everybody,
you want to take over?
Sure. I think
I have no idea what I'm
T'Challa's story arc of him wanting vengeance and wanting to kill people, and then his moment at the end with Zemo is really awesome.
Yeah.
Where he's like, no, I'm not going to take your life, even though you're the person who caused the death of my dad. I'm not going to take your life because I'm better than that.
Right.
That's what I've learned here. I can be a hero. I also like the fact that there's another rich dude in the Marvel Universe.
Another what dude?
A rich dude.
Oh, yeah.
I
thought you were going to say, I'm glad there's another black person.
Yeah. To be honest, a little bit.
Yeah, we're glad to see some diversity.
Kind of wish there was a black woman.
Yeah, I've always made the joke to you that it'd be really funny in some movie, say Infinity War, where there's just a scene where all the black best friends just get together in one room and are just
commiserate.
Yeah, or they're just awkwardly sitting down. Just waiting for the time to go by.
I feel like people are going to correct me and say, oh, well, Gamora from Guardians is black, but she's in green paint.
And also, the nurse from Daredevil is
But she's also not one of the main heroes.
Yeah.
We want to see somebody who kicks ass,
Yeah.
Don't worry about us.
Wow.
Okay.
That was pretty
same
awful.
Voice man.
Get to the cops, thanks.
Where did this guy go? So I don't know, that. you could see the love that they put into this movie.
Yeah,
which
that's what I was
is
saying before.
really awesome. I don't know. What
If
else
I
is
had
good
money,
about
I
this
would
movie?
buy Civil War merchandise.
Yeah, no, like, we definitely waited, because I think we both made that mistake before.
Well, I was about to buy something from Age of Ultron, and I was just like, I keep talking about Age of Ultron just because it. Maybe I should tell this story too. We can tack this on later. So when I was abroad, I remember seeing the trailer for Age of Ultron. It was really good. I loved the trailer, and then I see the movie after I get back to America. And it's like one of the first movies I'd seen in America like in a while. Like I hadn't seen anything. I was trying to keep track of what was going on with the news of Age of Ultron and stuff. And then I saw the movie, and I was just like, what? This is clearly false advertising because the trailer
Was so intense.
Yeah, the trailer was so much different from the fucking.
I just hated Ultron as a villain.
Oh, he was boring. He was also too jokey.
Yeah.
But what point was I going on about? Yeah, I was about to buy something. I was about to buy like an Ultron Funko Pop, and I was like, no, I should see the movie first, and then
I'm so glad you did.
Yeah, I'm just very, very glad that I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, and I honestly, like, I can't believe I liked Bucky. Like, that's what I'm astounded with. I kind of think that he could, if Matt Damon ever stepped down from Bourne and they made it like James Bond, he's the guy that they should get to replace him. Because Hawkeye, not so good. What was his name? Jeremy Renner?
That's the actor's name.
Yeah. He was not so good as a Bourne replacement. But this guy, he's Bourne in this movie. That's what he is. Mm-hmm. He like blocks bullets with his hands and shit, and like they do the action is in this movie is very Bourne.
Oh, I thought you said it was very boring.
No,
it was just like a way to go back on everything you said for the last hour.
I kind of want an action figure of each one of these characters. Like,
just make like your own little
Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, all of them.
You should get like the Lego set that has Giant Man in it.
Yeah. I kind of wish they would hold back with the. Oh,
yeah,
this little girl lost her balloon. I gotta say.
My balloon! Yeah, I wish they kind of held back on like spoiler stuff, but let's be honest, that we all like knew that was coming at some point.
Yes, I got the balloon. Should I give it back to the little girl?
Nah.
No, I'm gonna keep it. Spiderman.
Can you like do web? Oh yeah, you can do web. So you're holding the balloon. That's so douchey.
I know. Oh, I feel so bad.
And you can like still hear her
Fine,
crying.
I'll give it to you.
Fine, I have to have a fucking conscience or something.
Tom Holland would give it back.
Oh yeah.
So.
But Andrew Garfield would have like popped it and
yeah.
made it into like a condom for friggin'
fucking Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, for Emma Stone.
Well, let's be honest. She wasn't Gwen Stacy. She was Emma Stone.
Yeah, she was Emma Stone. I mean, might be wrong. She's
so what? Okay,
hot, but...
after seeing this movie.
Yes.
What is there any things that you would want to see coming up in the Marvel universe? Like any arcs you know of?
I was really looking for a sort of satisfying conclusion to Captain America's arc, because I was wondering when they were going to do that for. Yeah, you just take a drink every time I mention Age of Ultron. I was hoping they would address it a little bit or have some kind of answer to it, but this movie gave me a satisfying version of that. I mean, any other arcs of other characters? I mean, I would like to see where the Hulk went. Thor, I could care less about. I don't really like Thor.
Yeah.
I mean, for Guardians of the Galaxy characters, I'm curious about, and I'd like them to sort of pop up with the other characters. I'm curious
to see how they mesh.
Yeah.
Like, would Rocket and Groot be able to mesh with them? I don't know. Would Star-Lord and Tony Stark just be a joke fest?
Yeah, that's.
Would it just be one-upping each other? But I think the Russo brothers have proven themselves to be able to handle, like, Spider-Man's quippiness with Tony Stark's quippiness.
Because it's different kinds.
And not making it too much.
Yeah, not making it too one note of just the same thing over and over again. Yeah, honestly, I'm satisfied. I really,
Are you you sexually satisfied?
I'm sexually. I'm curious to see where they go next with Cap. You know, I wonder when the sort of big bad stuff with Infinity War happens, how they're gonna sort of forgive each other.
How they'll come back to being a team.
I mean, I'd like to actually see Thanos do more than just like smile and sit in a chair.
Yeah, me too.
But that feels very.
Oh
like,
god, this is the hardest type of mission.
Oh, what's this?
Yeah, there's people drowning on a boat, but you can't enter the water.
Oh, really?
But you have to save them.
Dude, just knows like glitchy ass sewer pipe or sewer cap.
Yeah, manhole.
Manhole.
What?
Yeah, I'd like to see Thanos do a lot more, but I wasn't even thinking about Thanos at all when I was watching this movie because I was like, there's a lot going on, and to address Thanos would just be pointless. What I was really worried about with this movie.
This mission is impossible.
I gotta be more careful next time. What I was concerned with.
He always makes quips about like how the Hudson is like really smelly.
Ouch.
That was close.
That was a very close one. I was concerned that the fighting in Civil War would be pointless, and then they would like come to a quick resolution in. But it's very obvious that no one's the same after this. Yeah. No one is.
And like, you end this movie going like, how is he gonna be Captain America again?
Yeah.
As well, like that's a big thing.
He'll be.
God damn it.
He'll be super vigilante man.
You know what? I'm just gonna walk to the edge and watch them drown.
Go for it.
Because these assholes, like, I don't get how you're supposed to do this mission.
Is this a side mission?
It always bugged me as a kid, and I never understood how the fuck are you supposed to get there. There's nothing to swing on.
Yeah, there's.
And that's the closest ledge that I'm jumping from. Maybe I can jump from here.
Oh. What about you? What other characters would you like to see?
God, I really want to see the Spider-Man movie now. Like,
Spider-Man Homecoming.
I thought I would be done with Spider-Man movies. I kind of feel weird that like I'm too old to be like, wow, MJ's really attractive. I feel so old. Oh God. I'm 22.
Old.
But then again, when I was 16, I was fantasizing about Emma Watson, and she was 22 at the time.
Yeah.
So.
Go figure. You know Brown is in Rhode Island, right? He went. He went to.
She.
Yeah.
No. It was destiny. Well, they're all dead. Okay. Anyway.
They're all dead. There's no use.
I think it shows a cutscene of them drowning. Right about now.
Mission failed.
Oh no, does it not? I could have swore they showed a cutscene of them drowning. I guess not. Oh well. They're dead. Whoops. I don't know. I can't recommend this movie enough.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
I think once it all processes and sinks in,
yeah.
I think I'll have more to say about it.
Yeah.
Other than just like, oh god, like there was so many goddamn good moments where
there
like
were so many good moments.
Like Bucky jumps off the steps and grabs on with his metal arm and bends the banister. Yeah. Amazing. Like just visually astounding. Like he kicks a dude through a wall. Like this movie, I can't. The way that they balance as well. I thought the entire airport fight was going to be outside.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that they went indoors. I loved the Falcon moment to Bucky where he's like, I hate you.
That was really funny. I told you my other sort of concern while I was like right after the movie was because they had so many different weapons and things of that nature, I was worried that it would come off a little too much like a toy advertisement. Yeah. But every weapon that they had, like the Falcon, a War Machine, it all serves a purpose, and it's not like a Batman and Robin thing where it's like, oh, I got a Batman credit card. It serves a purpose to
Falcon's,
what's going on.
What is it, Red Wing?
Yeah, something like that. I immediately forgot the name.
She's like,
I'm not calling it that.
I'm not calling it that. What did she say? She's like,
yeah.
He's like, say thank you.
Oh, I'm not thanking it or whatever.
I'm not gonna thank it. She says thank you to him, and he's like, don't thank me, and he's like, I'm not gonna say thank you to it.
So that's the only gripe that I really had, and
it turned out to not be a gripe.
Yeah, just like I like obviously it's because we just came back, so it's like the movie isn't 100% perfect, but I mean it's really fucking good.
It's like it has that amazing sort of like heartwarming quality that Force Awakens had,
Mm-hmm.
where you sort of walk away with it just like remembering all the good stuff and like it doesn't leave a bad taste in your mouth.
And if you thought of any like maybe tiny negative things, there's just this overwhelming number of good things that are there. Also, the Star Wars references were
interesting.
They were interesting. I mean, I feel like they kind of overdid it at one point when they mentioned The Empire Strikes Back. I'm like, okay, I get it.
Like,
Everyone loves Empire Strikes Back.
What I didn't get is why do they have to mention it by name?
Yeah, it's because they own it now. Yeah, they own it now.
It's more entertaining when they don't. Like, when it's like, what's that movie where they do the thing with the legs? That would have been, I think, better.
Yeah.
What the hell is this going on?
You know, so there is so many references to, like, missing limbs.
Yeah.
So... Get in the car! Okay.
I really did like the ending scene with the Spider-Man and Aunt May. I thought that was really funny.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you destroy their bones. And
where he's like,
he looks like a fucking like.
He's beat up, and she's like, "What happened to you?" And he's like, "I got in a fight with the kids from Brooklyn."
Yes, and kid named Steve.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Well, but it doesn't look like he just fought one person." He's like, "Well, he had a really big friend." This is really funny and like an excuse a teenager would come up with.
Right. Oh man.
I don't know. I can't.
It's
even. I mean, Martin Freeman was not in this movie a lot.
Yeah, but I was okay with that.
We thought he was gonna have a bigger part than he did.
I honestly think having too much of him would have been a little distracting.
I mean, he's a good actor, but like, it's kind of weird that both Sherlock and John Watson are in the same universe now. Like, are they gonna meet and talk at one point?
Yeah, that'd be funny if there was like a scene in Infinity War where they're both just like, "Oh, hey, what's up?"
Like, he's like, "No shit, Sherlock," or something. Yeah. Like, that'd be such a horrible joke.
If they did that, I would probably stop being a Marvel fan.
You know they're probably gonna do it, though.
Yeah, I know. And I'm still gonna see the movie and like it anyway.
Or, like, maybe he's like, "Well, it's elementary, dear Watson." Like, that'd be just so dumb.
Oh, my God.
Or, you know, I think it would be better if, like, they said it to the other person.
Yeah.
Like, if
Sherlock's like elementary dear Watson, and then...
well, no, it was the other way around. Like, finally Martin Freeman gets to say, you know, elementary dear Watson to Benjamin. I don't even really like that show that much. Oh, God, I'm going to get crucified on the internet.
I haven't seen it. I mean, I saw one episode.
It's so long.
I saw this one episode 2 years ago.
It's really draining.
Well, I was going to say, I saw it 2 years ago, and I saw this episode completely out of context. Like, I saw one of, like, the episodes towards the end of the season, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? And even the people watching it, they're like, yeah, we have no idea what's going on. Mm-hmm. So, I'm sure, you know, I respect them both as actors. Yeah. I have nothing against any of them.
I'm going to go to the top of this
Midtown Motors.
I don't know. I just, what else is there to say about this goddamn movie? You said Crossbones was kind of underwhelming.
The thing is, there wasn't as much.
He did kick some ass.
He did, but there wasn't as much of him as I would have liked.
Then you would have thought as well.
Yeah.
He also kind of gets killed off, sort of, maybe.
Oh yeah. Oh right, with the
bomb.
With the bomb.
The bomb. But that is a great motivating thing as well.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, you know, that part of the trailer where she reacts was going to be to a character dying, and it wasn't.
Right.
Oh.
We still got sound, so.
Yeah.
Did your computer die?
I think so. Hold on. Technical difficulties! Probably gonna have to put up a screen. Turns it into a halfway podcast.
Please enjoy this picture of Watto.
You're just gonna take a picture of Watto and send it to me?
Yeah, I'll just send it to you. And then just have, like, generic elevator music.
Or, like, Jeopardy music.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get this back up and run really quick to end it off. Any last comments about it, though?
Go see it.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, you're truly missing out if you don't see this movie.
Yeah, like, you do not have to see BVS.
Yeah, I'd skip BVS.
But this movie is definitely a must-see.
Mm-hmm.
Even for non-comic book fans, even if you haven't been following the Marvel Universe, they do a really good job of setting up everything and all that jazz.
It might be a little hard to understand some places, like if you're really not a big Marvel person, but I'm sure you'll have some friends that catch up where you can, if you really want to know that badly, you can either watch the old movies or, you know.
They do help you get into it, though, I think.
Because something that they mention now is that they're no longer catering to, like, first-time viewers anymore, which I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like how they're just kind of throwing you right into it, because they have so many, this is their 13th movie.
Yeah.
So, you know.
They really can't start explaining everything over and
Yeah.
Why can't I do it?
Do you want me to just,
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We're getting there. We're getting there.
The screen is loading. Just give it a second.
It took like 7 tries for me to get the password right.
I apologize if all you hear is the Toshiba service update and the iCloud thing on the mic's pretty far away.
Yeah,
so,
I'm curious to see how far it recorded before
Yeah.
it stopped.
I mean, it's not like we were making a shitload of progress in the game anyway.
It's true. There you are. Why?
No.
It's there though. The video file's still there, which is good. Hello, my friend. It is an hour and 7 minutes.
So right now we're an hour and 25. So this.
So for like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, like 20 minutes or so. All right, I think it's a good time to sign off.
Yeah. Hold
So-
on. Let me just. Yeah, we'll leave it at the end with the podcast. We do a podcast anyway, so this works as both.
It's called the monthly
It wasn't
asteroid.
that interesting gameplay anyway.
Yeah.
But what just happened? Where did you go? Quick time. Oh, there you are.
Alright, I'm gonna close out of this.
Thank you for watching. I apologize for the technical difficulty at the end. You did get to see quite a bit of it.
Also, as a tradition, I've been holding in a fart.
Okay, let's see.
That was a short one.
Hopefully it really got in there. Oh wait. I think you have another one brewing.
Oh
Another
god.
really big
Oh
one.
god. Joe, leave the room. No.
Desiccate your flatulence.
Death comes to us all.